everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie and today I'm here to do my August 2020 wrap up. So August did not go as planned, as per usual. I think in some sort of mini slump throughout the most of the month, to be honest with you guys. I don't know why, but I was just not in the mood to read until like the very last week of the month. With that said, I managed to read 4 books this month, and all the books I read this month got either a 4-star or above, which does not happen very often. I'm very happy to say that. I enjoyed them all. Some new favorite books of the year on this list. So without me rambling on any further, let's jump right in and get started. Per usual, I'm going to start off with my monthly stats. Like I said, I read a total of 4 books this month. I had no DNFs. I read 2 physical books, 1 ebook, and 1 audiobook. I read 1 ARC or review copy. I participated in 1 readathon, and I read a total of 1,088 pages this month. I read 1 fantasy, 1 sci-fi, and 2 contemporary books. As far as star ratings, I had no books that gave no rating, no 1 stars, no 2 stars, no 3 stars, 1 4-star, 1 4.5 star, and 2 5-stars. So now that we got the stats out of the way, let's jump into the books that I read. The book that I managed to read in the month of August was Upstate, and this is by Kalisha Buchanan. I am hoping I'm saying that right. I apologize if I did not. This is a book that came to me on a recommendation from my uncle, who is an English teacher. This is a book that was written in like the early 2000s. It is set in the 90s. It is following 2 teenagers who are Black, and the boyfriend has just been arrested for murdering his father, and this is told in letters over the course of 10 years between the boyfriend and girlfriend, following their relationship and how people of color are treated in the justice system. And it really opened my eyes. Like, this is something I was obviously familiar with beforehand, but this gave me another perspective on it. I really enjoyed it. I'm not usually one to enjoy books written in verse or other formats besides like a traditional novel format, but I've really grown to like them over these past couple months. And yeah, this really like opened my eyes again to the subject matter. I really enjoyed this, and I gave it 4.5 stars. Then I read The Deep by River Solomon. This is a book that I have been meaning to read for so long, and this came at one of the recommendations of one of my friends here on BookTube, who is Erica over The Broken Spine. I'll link her down below. She's a huge fan of this author. We are buddy reading their other novel over the course of the past couple of months. And I loved The Deep. I listened to this on audiobook. It is amazing. I highly recommend. It is inspired by the song The Deep, and I'll link the song down below as well. And I just loved it. It is basically a YA fantasy, and it's following the descendants of pregnant African slaves who were thrown overboard, and this is their descendants. It, again, deals with very tough subject matter and memories, and like how memories can have a very lasting impact generations later. It's amazing. Again, the audiobook is fantastic. I really like the writing style. River Solomon has a great writing style. I'm looking forward to reading anything they write in the future, and I give this 5 stars. I read Slave by Brittany Morris. This is a book that I started back in July and just finished now, and I loved it, guys. I love this so much. This is another 5-star read for me, which I kind of expected it to be going in, but it did not live down to my expectations. This is a YA contemporary, but does have some sci-fi elements. It is following our main character, who is a game developer, but she's anonymous, so nobody knows that she's a game developer of this popular game called Slay, which is basically a safe haven for Black gamers. And it is kind of inspired by Black Panther, which I had recently watched when I was reading this book, so I loved it even more. And one day, one of the players of Slay is murdered for events that involve the game of Slay. And the game is labeled a racist, and it's just treated unfairly. And we're following our main character, Kira, as she is just trying to deal with the repercussions of this. And oh my gosh, it's so fantastic. I loved it. Even though it took me over a month to read, and that was just due to my own doing, I just was very busy. I loved it so much. And if you guys are looking for a great book with video game involvement, I highly recommend this one, and I give it 5 stars. And the last book I read in the month of August was Star Wars: The Clone Wars. This is a collection of stories, light and dark, and this is an anthology, a middle grade anthology about Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which if you guys don't know, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you probably already know this, but if you're brand new, This is my favorite show of all time, and oh my god, I loved it so much. It's basically little short stories about each, or some of the episodes of the seasons of the Clone Wars, which has been on for 7 seasons. It just recently ended in May. And when I saw this on NetGalley, I was like, yep, yes, please. I need that right now because, again, this is my favorite show of all time. I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I think some of the episodes did not translate so well to short stories, and nothing in specific, but I enjoyed them all. Brought me back to when I watched the Clone Wars for the first time, and I give this 4 stars. For today's video, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you guys read in the month of August, as I would love to know. And as always, all my social media links are linked down below for you guys to check out if you'd like to follow me on any of those. All being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye!